going on, Lunatic Fringe? I'm going to tell you the most important thing that you need to know today about Terra Luna Classic. And if you don't like the blockchain, you're not going to like it. If you are here because you're a supporter, then you're going to feel really good about it. I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Let's go. All right, folks, this is the big news. Coinbase says market signaling potential rotation from Bitcoin predicts a full-scale altcoin season heading into September. That means that they're looking at the tea leaves, if you will. They're looking at all the things that I look at, and they're telling you now what I've been telling you for a long period of time. We're going to get that altcoin season. Everything looks like it's about ready to happen, or at least start that pop-off period. And then we've got about 60 days to get as much as we absolutely can out of it. We've seen it before. If you guys have been following me, you know the signals have already presented themselves. So buckle in, because all those people down in the comment section that are crying every day and they're saying stuff like, I don't think it's gonna pump. Also, I like boobies and John Cena. Or whatever, that's the way they talk in my head. I can't help it. It's just the way you sound. I think that we're gonna have a massive run, okay? Now, it could be diluted. We don't know. It's unpredictable, but I think it's going to happen, and it's going to be, as Donald Trump would say, bigly. So strap in, strap on, strap whatever you got to whatever you got. Also, don't forget terracasino.io. On my live streams, I'm going to be doing giveaways all week long to new winners. We're going to give away $100 a day. So if you have it, you're going to miss today probably, but tomorrow, if you want to, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be giving away money here. So terracasino.io. If you're trading meme coins, terraport.finance is your place to go. If you're trading utility coins, same thing, bro. This is where you go. If you want to trade the Believe coin, this is one of the few places where you can trade the Believe coin. And lucky you if you get that, because it's a piece of me. Ugh, gross. Anyway, awesome. Also, not just gross. Let's move on. Here's your meme coin breakdown. Not a lot going on in the market, by the way, despite the fact that I'm telling you Coinbase says that this massive run is getting ready to happen. We're not seeing a whole lot happening in the markets right now. Frag down 11%, MBA down 12%, Juris down 8%, Cookie down 4%, Garuda down 6%. It's a natural liquidity rotation. Much of this, by the way, if you take Luna Classic, is being dragged down a bit by Luna Classic and moves away from the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. For the last couple of days, we've gone down, I want to say, just about 10% over time. Now, this only says 1.8%, but when you look at the chart over here, you see we were up in the 64 range, and at 59, that's about a 10% dip from where we were. So we were having a nice little run, then we faced that consolidation zone, which, by the way, the whole market kind of got into that zone. We've dipped pretty hard. Now, I want to compare here. Look at the total market cap over here. Look at that downward trend, that downward action, just absolute pulling down here. But at Luna Classic, not exactly the same. This is the same time frame right here. You see that we keep trying to get that breakout. And what that generally means, and this is no guarantee, but what that generally means is that the market, despite the overall market being in a corrective sort of trend, Luna Classic, the news, the information coming out, the positivity coming out about it right now is outweighing the dip in the overall price action, and you see it consolidating, but with an upward sort of trajectory and an upward sort of push. And you don't see that everywhere, but you do see it. And when you do see it, you know that that's something that could be breaking out and having a nice run. So that's what I'm anticipating right now. Again, when we pull it out here for the long term and we build our thesis on what is going to happen next, and we start to zoom and we get that candle moving around a little bit, you got to be bullish on this. Now, you don't like the top. Okay, we have to be honest. We don't like the top of that price action. You want to see a breakout. By the way, that should be up there a little bit. You want to see a breakout of that price action, but you're getting higher lows, which means that over the long term, you're continuing to accumulate a few more new holders, or the existing holders are holding just a little bit more. Now, if that's the case, then the question becomes, how far does it break out? And again, this is about a 2x right there. This is about a 3x right there. Those are the breakout spots where I think we're going to go. All All right. And I know, by the way, we've been talking about this for a while, and the market conditions have just not been favorable for it. Now, for very few projects have they been favorable. You know that I'm a big fan of API 3. API 3 broke out today up 100%, having an enormous run today. But I mean, let's zoom out and kind of look at it. It happened over there not that long ago, just had enormous breakouts, but then it broke absolutely back down. I've been bullish on this all the way up here. So, you know, when you're looking at a lot of these different projects, and by the way, API 3 is an RWA replacement for Chainlink. It's faster, it's more secure, it's everything that Chainlink wishes it could be, but it has to find exposure. Well, same thing with Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic faster than most of these other blockchains, by the way. It just needs to find new traction, and it's not breaking out yet, but again, we're going to break out pretty soon. Just have a little bit of faith in it. Let's keep moving on. Oh, by the way, USTC up about 7% on the day, having a little bit of a moment right there. Not huge, but it is in an upward trajectory as well. So we're down to 12 million in volume. Don't like that. But we're up 100% in volume on USTC, having a little bit of a move there. It's up 4% on this one. It's up 7% on the other metric that we use, the trading view. So, you know, it had a nice little rip overnight. Burns slowed down, but USTC burn kind of picked up. We're at 57,000 burns over here. It's more than we've burned in the last 2 weeks. You know, they had that one big day with 180,000. Other than that, not a whole lot to talk about. This just rolled off the 471 from August 11. So now we're dealing with these, but we've had a couple of good burns. Today, 31 million, not a huge amount. It's not, you know, not a big portion right there. I mean, you know, oh well, I mean, I don't know what to say other than we need market module, we need to start burning more, we need to bring people back on the chain, we need to probably reduce that burn tax to 0.5%, we need to give people a reason to come back here and be secure here. Might even need to remove the burn tax entirely and let the market module do it and then start to adjust based upon that, but we need to see what the burn looks like at that point. Just so you guys know, remember, everything that we're doing right now is designed for, you know, you penalize somebody for moving their wallet. You penalize people for safety protocols right now. Doesn't that seem silly to you? I know that we have a lot of crypto. I know we have a lot of tokens that have been minted or coins that have been minted, but doesn't that seem stupid to you that if you want to protect yourself, it's going to cost you? You have $1 million and let's just say you have $1 million in Terra Luna Classic and you want to protect yourself. Well, it's going to cost you 15,000 to protect yourself, bro, just by moving from one wallet to another. That's nonsense. That makes no sense whatsoever. And we should probably be better than that. But we still need the burns. So we got to come up with something. And I hope that market module is the thing. All right, now validator action here. Not a lot of change here. I can see some movement, but I'm not familiar enough with any movement there that it, you know, resonates with me one way or another. I want to say that auto stake seems to be drawing a little distance between it and all nodes. It's actually really good to see somebody else at number one other than all nodes. However, did anybody else happen to notice how similar those logos are? And I'm not pushing that they're the same people or anything like that, because I don't really ultimately care one way or another. I mean, and the reason I don't care is because I can't do anything about this other than tell you guys, look at how people vote and react to the way that people vote. You know, simple. But it's weird, right? I mean, could we at least admit that it's kind of weird that they have like the same sort of logo? I mean, all nodes looks like an old man's logo. Auto stake looks like if somebody took the all nodes logo and just rewrote it. Like that makes, does it? I mean, we're seeing it, right? Whatever. Anyway, non-active voter, non-active voter, non-active voter. But it's the APR, it's the yield that you're getting off of it that are going to matter anyway. By the way, I'm going to stake all of my Terra Luna Classic with somebody. I haven't. Remember, I pulled all mine out just a while back, just to kind of sit on it for a little while and see what happens here. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restake with a couple of people. In my opinion, right now, Lunk Live votes the way that I want. Terraport votes the way that I want. Terra Casino votes the way that I want. So I think that those are going to be the three we'll put like 10 million with one, 10 million with the other, 10 million with the other, and just kind of let it ride and grow that bag just a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I think is that's what I think is the best play for me. I don't know what the best play is for you, but do what you do, boo boo. You know what I mean? Now, at some point, we're gonna have to revisit Leonardo and Ceramic to talk about what's going on here. Ceramic says, while Solana, Sui, and Aptos have their merits, I'm all in on Clay. With zero taxes, Guardian protocols, a focus on compliant decentralization governance, we're set to redefine utility in 2025 beyond. Institutional adoption is the game changer. There's not a lot of talk, by the way, recently on this about Terra Luna Classic. So, I don't know if this still applies. I don't know. I don't know. Leonardo says this, yep, break the debt down into pieces. I like the direction you're headed, as Lunk was built to handle many stablecoins. From our side, by design, an extra reason to collaborate with this kind of initiative is that converted USTC is permanently locked into the collateral market maker. The CMM will have a governance element. The lock ensures USTC CMM focus is maintained as its participants, not Ceramic, who will set its future direction. Maybe there's something or will be something to this right now. Just as of today, as of right now, we're not seeing any sort of movement brought about by what Ceramic or Leonardo are doing. That doesn't mean that it won't happen. Just means, again, they're building in the darkness, just like a lot of these other projects. So, maybe there's something to this, but again, we need more data. We need to see actual implementation. We've not seen a proposal being put up. We have no proposals up, anything like that. By the way, part of the reason that I think, in my opinion, that we're not seeing that is because builders are waiting. What's the next move in crypto? Well, I'm telling you what the next move in crypto is, or Coinbase is telling you what the next move is in crypto, and that is altcoin season. We're going to get an altcoin season very, very soon, and when we do, it's going to be explosive. How much can we capture in that and maintain as market cap for this? I don't really know the answer to that. Again, I gave you a top that I think is about 12 billion in market cap for Terra Luna Classic. That's about 40x from where we are right now. So it's an aggressive move, but I think that kind of, I think that's pretty much the move. So, my fingers are crossed that this is going to be just a crazy, crazy, crazy thing to happen. So join me on this journey, guys. I mean, that's, have a little patience. Let's just watch it every day. If you guys are interested in news, I'm going to bring it to you every single day. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.